Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up there, guys. Wake up. There you go. Wake it up. All right, man. It is Monday and we are about 3 hours away from our live stream coming up at 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll recap the draft that was. And man, what a day. Oh my God. You know, it's amazing because I think what you saw happen here, there will be elements of it that will be going forward. Because normally when they have the draft, they invite about 30 of the future draft picks and stuff to New York or, you know, Dallas or Philadelphia, or it would have been Vegas, I guess next year in Cleveland. So you only get to see those guys in the green room. But I think what you're going to see, because I think it was 50-some players that they ended up sending 32 hats for. And let me say, because Joe Burrows was like, yeah, I don't know what to do with all the other hats. Dude, just think about what those hats are worth. Those were the hats that went to the number one pick of teams that didn't get the chance to get you. Can somebody say eBay? Can somebody say, like, sports memorabilia? That's a one-of-a-kind item. And you can sign them, so sorry, you ain't got me. And sell every one of those and make a killing. I'm just saying. You know, you got to think about marketing. But the NFL sent a phone. They ended up sending the hats and all this stuff, so that way they were able to actually get to know all these guys, a lot more of them. So I guarantee you're going to see some elements that we went through with this draft carried forward, and I think it'll actually be a great thing. So we're going to continue to go through and work our way up as far as our draft picks and things like that, so we can start to get to know these guys that are hopefully going to be future Cowboys and that will make our team and things. So it's interesting because it's amazing. I got an email today that with this clip, okay, of Ben DiNucci. I hope I pronounce his name right, but you know I'm the name butcher. It's what I do. Who went to JMU after transferring from Pitt. You know, of course, being that I went to JMU, of course, hey, I hope he makes the team and stuff. But the email was sent to me was basically, I love it, competition for Dak Prescott. And it's like, it's competition, without a doubt. It's competition. I don't know that he can start for our Cowboys. But then again, who knows what can happen. But I'm going to say that I don't think that that's going to happen. But I dare say that it's possible that he can move up and possibly take Cooper Rush's. I'm going to ask you legitimately, how much faith do you have in Cooper Rush if Dak Prescott goes down? So this would definitely be competition for that number 2 spot. Now, here's the thing. Ben DiNucci, he transferred from Pitt to JMU his junior year. His numbers-wise at JMU, we're just going to deal with this his junior and senior year. In his 2 years at JMU, he had 5,716 yards, 45 TD passes. I don't know the total amount of interceptions, but I think it was 15 interceptions. Not bad numbers. He's 6'3", 210 pounds. How does that compare to other quarterbacks in JMU? JMU doesn't have any quarterbacks in the NFL, so I know you're going to say, well, what difference does that make? But considering he only started at JMU for 2 years, he was 4th in passing at 5,716 yards, 4th in TD passes at 45, 7th in total yards, 6,718. So that's not too bad. So in his time at JMU, it's not bad. 2 years, 46 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, 69% completion percentages. And his senior season last year, where they were runners-up in Division I AA National Championship, you know, they lost to North Dakota State. You know, whereas Philly 500 says, the North Dakota Assassin. You know, they lost in that game, in which case he threw 2 TD passes, 1 interception for 200-some-odd yards. They've had success. and he has been the forefront. He's got a cannon for an arm, and he can run. I think he had about 547 yards rushing the football. Now, here's what's interesting. So as I talk about this, 29 TDs, 6 interceptions for 3,441 yards. Division I AA, okay? How does that compare with Carson Wentz? Because Carson Wentz went to North Dakota State, which, hung on and beat JMU in the national championship. Well, Carson Wentz, his senior season, I want to make sure I have the numbers right. I wrote it down. 17 TDs, 4 interceptions for 1,651 yards, and a 62% completion percentage. And that's because he only played in 7 games, because Carson Wentz does what Carson Wentz does, which is get hurt. You see a pattern here? 4 of the last 5 seasons, he's been injured and missed time. His best season, his junior year, he had 25 TDs, 10 interceptions for 3,111 yards. So when you're looking at this, I'm just saying hypothetically, you look at Ben DiNucci, who his senior season had 4 more TDs and a lot less interceptions, with only 6 in the whole season, whereas Carson Wentz had 10 in 7 games and ended up having 300 and some odd yards more. So let's take a quick peek at some of the highlights, and thank you very much for the clip. I appreciate that. And we'll take a look at Ben DiNucci. 6'3", 210 pounds, from the JMU Dukes. "29 TD passes, boom. That's on the money. There you go, seeing that body running right on through there. Here we go, boom. Not afraid to take a hit. Hold up, we them boys. It's amazing to me looking at the stadium here, because that building right there, the new athletic building, that was just opened up right there. There was nothing there. And the other side, which is now the semicircle, used to be hillside, where all the college students would stay there getting drunk during the games. And now to see the stadium as big as it is amazing to me. But you can see, not a bad passer whatsoever. And here we go with the deep ball. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Hold up. He's a Cowboy. With a nice flick of the wrist. Look at that. Flick of the wrist. On the money, in stride. Look at this. Boom. He's got a deep arm, guys. So what do you think? Camp arm or backup quarterback? Cooper Rush just got an extension, 1 year, $2.5 million. This is definitely a more cost-effective option, since he's a 7th round draft pick. Just kind of putting that out there. Boom. All right, so that's another look at one of our Dallas Cowboys to be. Some of our brethren YouTubers say he got no chance of making the team. But then again, some Dallas Cowboys YouTubers said that Dak Prescott, he's just not the guy. He doesn't quite have it too. And well, he's about to get a big-ass contract, and it started 4 years in a row. So you don't know what you don't know, and we have to wait and see how he performs in training camp and see what the coaches think of him. One other note, the draft logo that Brian De La Rosa ended up doing for us, I had actually did a shirt because everybody's like, man, I want everybody to know that I was there on the call and stuff. And so I put lettering on the back of it, and I got a notice that it was taken down, and I thought it was because the logo, it looked like the NFL shield and all that. So, I've had things that have been kind of close, and they've been stopped, but it wasn't that. It was actually because I put Zoom call on the back of it, they took it down. So I've actually redone that, and now it's on Teesprings again, Cowboy Joe Boo, Teespring store, Cowboy Joe Boo. And if you use the code Stay Home in all capital letters, you'll get 20% off. So for everybody who was asking about the shirts and wanting to get one of those, they're up there now. So with that being said, I'm going to get this video up. I'm going to cook some dinner, and then I'm going to get ready for our live stream coming up at 9 o'clock Eastern. Hope I see you guys there.